Hello everyone and welcome. This is Mr. E and we're on lesson 2 of the simplifying linear expressions. And in this lesson we're going to use distributive property to generate equivalent expressions. So the central question is, how can we use the distributive property to write equivalent linear expressions? And we're also simplifying. So we're doing two things. We're generating an equivalent expression and simplifying at the same time. Let's get started. All right, so a quick review, because hopefully you have seen distributive property before in the 6th grade. So it basically says that if we multiply a sum by a number, it's the same as multiplying each term by the number and adding the products. So what does that mean? So we have two products here. Two factors. 5 is a factor, and 3/4 is another factor. 5 is a factor, and the quantity of 3 plus 4 is a factor. So our two factors are 5, and this quantity 3 plus 4. So the property says that I can multiply 5 times whatever 3 plus 4 is, or I can multiply 5 times 3 and 5 times 4, add them together, I should get the same answer. So we're going to show it both ways. So 5 times 3 plus 4, we're going to add 3 plus 4. That's the sum. And if we multiply 5 times 7, we get 35. If we distribute the 5, meaning I multiply 5 times 3 and add it to 5 times 4, I should get the same answer. So 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20. 15 plus 20 is indeed 35. So what the distributive property says is, I have two factors, 5 times 3 plus 4. I can either add these two together, then multiply by 5, or multiply by each of those numbers by 5 and then add them together. All right. Now, example 2. We're still going to use distributive property, but now we have a variable expression or a linear expression. So in the first example, or the first method, 3 and t are not like terms, so I can't combine them, so I can't use that method. I'll repeat, I can't add 3 plus t. I don't know what t is. T is a variable. They're not like terms. I can't combine them, so I cannot use the first method. The only way I can combine these two or simplify this expression is to multiply 5 times 3 and then multiply 5 times t and then add them together, which would give me 15 plus 5 times some number t. So in the case of a linear expression, I can't use this because I can't combine like terms. Only thing I can do is distribute this factor. Note, 5 times the quantity of 3 plus t, or 5 times the sum of 3 and t, is equal to 15 times 5t. Those are equivalent expressions, and I've simplified the expression. No parentheses and no like terms. So remember, we're doing two things: generating equivalent expressions, and we're also simplifying expressions. Okay, let's do a few examples. We're going to use the distributive property to simplify the following linear expressions. So we have 4 times the sum of negative 6x and 3. I can't combine negative 6x and 3, so all I can do is distribute the 4. I multiply 4 times negative 6x. I multiply 4 times 3, and I add them together. Negative 24x plus 12. I think we have time for a couple more. All right. Doesn't matter what side this factor is on. It could be on the left side or right side. I still have to distribute it among those two add-ins. So I have the sum of negative 7x and 21 times 3/7. I need to distribute the 3/7. So it's 3/7 times negative 7x and 3/7 times 21. I simplify before I multiply. Negative 7 divided by 7 is negative 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 21 divided by 7 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So we have negative 3x plus 9. All right, go stop right there and finish these up when we come back. Talk to you soon.